Hey boys and girls, I quickly want to make a tutorial video on how to set this emulator up and how to get the game playing, and because there are some trap holes when installing this. So let's start with the emulator. So where do I get the emulator? I get it on this website and I just download it. So then you can go to the quick start guide, which will come in next. So when you download the emulator, you can see my mouse cursor here, you will get a folder, you will get this folder. So this folder structure. Once you start this, the game will ask you, the emulator will ask you like, oh, do you have read the quick start guide and shit? So you can just click this, then it will never show up again. You click, I have read the quick start guide, use dark theme, obviously, continue. Now this will open up. Also, the emulator will update itself automatically. If something like this happens, you can just click yes, and then it will update and restart, or it doesn't even need to, okay, so it restarted. So now you have this thing, right? So that doesn't do as much. So now, if you are in the quick start guide, you will just scroll down. This is everything like this you can ignore all of this. But what you need is this, the PS3 firmware. So you might need this as well. So just to be sure, you can download this redistributable. So you go on, you click on this link, and this will bring you here on this side. So in this side, you scroll down until you have how to reinstall PS3 system software. Reinstall using a computer. And then you click on this with right click and click save link as. It will warn you of like, do you want to really keep this data? Do you want to really download this? Yes. And this will give you the firmware. You click on install firmware, and then you just, where you downloaded it, the location, you just click on the firmware, on the file you downloaded, it looks like this, and you will just install it. Then something like this happens. Now the firmware is successfully installed and we need our games. So here I have a folder, and there's obviously my Tag 2 copy. I dumped this game obviously myself, I own this game. But just check this channel in which you are right now to get a link to a Discord where you might find links, maybe not. And as a quick advice or quality of life hack, if you should run into the problem that the game is, or certain files are hosted on a file hoster, where after a certain volume of download, your bandwidth is limited, you can use basically, let's say, you can use a VPN extension in your browser and just turn the VPN on, and then the download will resume. So you don't have to, wait like 24 hours for the download to finish. And you can do that like one or two times to basically refresh your bandwidth. And once you have this folder, what you do is you just wanna extract it. And now you're left with all these files, right? So what you do is you take this file, which is the main game, and just drag and drop it into the window. Do you want to install this package? Yes. Now that emulator will install Tag 2 for you. You just click OK. And now you need all of the DLC as well. So what you do is you simply drag and drop everything that is not this folder. So let's quickly delete these two. So everything that is not this folder, you will just drag and drop in here. It will give you this. You just click install. That's it. But now, one final step, which is quite a lot of people fall into that trap hole. You open your emulator, the folder structure, and you click on HDD0, home, this folder, save data, and in this folder, you put this one, like this. That's it. So now, a final step needs to be done. I will also put it on screen, but you need to boot the game with a custom configuration. So you will do create custom configuration from global settings, and you will just turn a few things on. So these are the settings that basically were figured out to be like quite good with like all Tekken games. So you would turn this on, the loop detection. You put this, the preferred SPU threads, you put that to 2. In the GPU tab, you put shader quality to low. I had that on auto, it didn't change anything, but all right. You put that to low. You activate async with shader interpreter. You activate write color buffers. you activate multi-threaded RSX. And by the way, here, this right here, if you want to make the game look prettier, you use this, not the default resolution, you use the scaling. So if you have a big enough PC, you can straight up put that to 4K to make the game look relatively pretty. Then, audio, enable buffering, turn this off. Also, in the emulator, to check your performance, you can do enable performance overlay. And also, because there's sometimes a message popping up that says shader compilation, you can turn this off. So that is, if I remember correctly, I will put it on screen, everything you need to know and everything you need to do. Then you will apply this, and now you can go for a quick test run. Let's do it right now. So here you click boot with custom configuration. All right, the game boots, looks good. As a quick tip, the universal input to make things full screen is Alt plus Enter on your keyboard, and then you enter full screen. Quick cut here, because I didn't realize that obviously I have a completely unconfigured emulator with no pads attached, so I couldn't input anything. So if you use a controller, you should go on pads, and then per default keyboard is enabled. So you want to change the handler to, with Mike we tested it, so X input. This should actually recognize any like controller you put into it, like fight pads and stuff, and it would actually give you a non-disconnected here, but a working pad. And then you would just configure this, but the auto configuration usually works, and you can just straight up test it in game. If you run into any problems, you can map the controller as well while a game is live. You don't need to close the game for that. You can literally live in-game check this. Okay? So that is how it should work well. So we will now boot the game up again. This time it should go way faster. Alright, and as you can see, we have every DLC character available. Just hop onto a quick test round, Ruby Pig, unknown. And you can see with that performance overlay, you can check your performance in-game. It should be fine. Mike has pretty old hardware and it worked well. And again, these kind of lags and small freezes are normal, don't worry. Alright. And there we are in-game. Now, one last final step is to go here on configuration and go to RPCN. And then this window opens, you will click account. This is all good, and you will create an account. So here you will put in your username, then a password. You need to enter. So we do something like this, then you enter your email, you will get a token, then you will put the token in there, and then your account is perfectly activated, fine. And in this window you can just test your account, and this will tell you valid. So then you have your account. And the last step is you will change the custom configuration. So you will go to network, you will enable this network status, you will put it here to connect it, you will enable UPnP, and you will put this PSN status to RPCN, and then hit apply. If you want to, you can also change your country of choice. And then you will apply this, close it, and then you can play online. And that's all you need to do. And this process is the same for every Tekken game.